August 10th, 2021, city council meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Hero,
Here.
Councilmember Sullivan,
Here.
Councilmember McCall,
Here.
Councilmember Lotto,
Approval of the agenda, please.
Approval of the agenda.
Support. All right, executive session.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we do need the executive session. Mike McCall has the list of
Please make the
executive session topics.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss Burkow versus Hazel Park, Smith versus Hazel Park, Ivy Room versus Hazel Park, Ice versus Wittenberg, and contract negotiations.
Support. Support. Extension, there's more discussion on the motion. Hearing none. We'll be back after executive session, please.
For those watching on TV or Facebook, we will be returning right after we complete our executive session. Heads for sitting there.
I'd like to have a motion to come back from executive session.
Move that we resume our council meeting from executive session.
Okay, and then we need a motion to adopt discussion in executive session.
Move that we adopt the discussion and the recommendation.
Support. Now we'll open up to city announcements. Anyone in the audience have to say Charlie? I think I'll say Charlie here. It's not,
Charlie Cavell.
he's not incognito.
This isn't one of Charlie's helpers. This is the real Charlie Cavell. Because he is everywhere.
Charlie?
Freshly married, that's right. Congratulations, Charlie Cavell. Yay. Even for the health insurance.
They even got you a screen here.
You know we send these on Facebook, right?
Oh no. Katie, don't look at this. You are doomed.
They only see you from behind.
All right, go ahead, Charlie.
All right. Well, since you made all these fine folks wait for 45 minutes, I'm gonna talk those. Just kidding. So, all right. Let me get serious. Gonna talk about COVID real quick, ARP, and county stuff. So, COVID, the Delta variant is real and is happening. We have gone from having 7 positive cases in Oakland County of the Delta variant and COVID in general per week on a 7-day rolling average to 118 on a 7-day rolling average. Not 118 cases total, but 118 cases on average per day for 7 days in a week. So that's serious, it's happening. Another point to make about that is we went from a 1.9% positivity rate to a 5.3% positivity rate, which means we've almost tripled the number of people that are getting the Delta variant. And this is becoming a thing that if you are vaccinated, you will not go to the hospital, you will get sick, you will recover. But if you are not vaccinated, then there's a question mark. So if you have questions about the vaccine, please call me. I would love to have you have a one-on-one conversation with the health director as an MD. I'd love to have you have a one-on-one conversation with the health officer as an MD to talk about what you might think or wonder or worry about with the vaccine if you have yet to get it. There's that about COVID. Second, about ARP, Oakland County received $244 million to figure out how to spend through the American Rescue Plan. We have created study groups for housing, infrastructure, mental health, childcare, and transit. So especially any of you here leaders before council or the city manager or department heads, if you have thoughts about what that money should go towards, please bring it up because county commission is a part-time job and a lot of them are like me, so we're just trying to figure it out. You probably have good ideas because you're the experts in the field, so please offer them up. Last thing, county business. The county passed the Landlord Risk Mitigation Fund, which is the bookend for the Oakland County Fair Housing Initiative. So Hazel Park, being the first city in Oakland County to pass source of income protections, now we'll reap the benefits before others about the Landlord Risk Mitigation Fund, which will make it easier for landlords to recover if someone with a voucher messes up or destroys property in Hazel Park. Second thing, Oakland County Sheriff's Office is going to be implementing body cameras. So again, Hazel Park, thanks for being ahead of the curve there, Chief. Awesome. And we're going through the budget. So I understand, you should say this part.
But Michigan's system of municipal finance is fundamentally broken.
Yes. So if anyone has any thoughts about that, please take into account what Ed just said. But all things being considered, we got a bunch of money to figure out what to do with $965 million, which is also separate from the $244 million. So,
One thing that you might want to consider was the difference in the amount of money that was received by entitlement communities versus non-entitlement communities when it comes to the ARP. So I think if I was a county commissioner, I would make that one of my priorities to make sure that county funds are targeted to those communities that were that benefited in a much lesser way than the other larger communities.
good call, because what you're saying, if I hear you right, is Hazel Park got 1.4
Through
million.
1.7, Royal Oak got 20. So there's a huge difference between the entitlement and the non-entitlement communities. So I think that the bulk of the county money should be allocated toward those communities that got a much smaller benefit from the ARP.
Understood. Got you. Cool. Any other thoughts?
Congrats on passing.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That is a big important thing, and that's something that we can use to show people who are concerned about this that everything will be all right.
Cool.
Congratulations. And really, for somebody that's got a part-time position, you put in well more than full-time hours. So, I'm sure he probably hasn't seen you in 4 months.
Any other civic announcements from the audience? City council, any civic announcements and no others?
Just a reminder that the Hazel Park Art Fair is happening at the end of this month. It's the 28th and 29th of August. It's from 11 to 7 on the 28th, which is Saturday, and 11 to 5 on the 29th, which is Sunday. We are currently seeking volunteers. This volunteer opportunity does qualify for community service hours. So if you are seeking community service for school or work or any other reason, or just you enjoy getting out and enjoying nature and really supporting art in our community, this is a great opportunity. Bring your friends. We have options and availability for volunteerism for all skill levels. So we also have shorter volunteer opportunities. So if you can only volunteer for 2 hours or 4 hours, those are options as well. And I think it's a really cute t-shirt. So come on out. It's a nice bonus. But again, after this past year of pandemic, some of the most definitely hit portions of our community were people that were self-employed and people that really rely on art fairs and festivals and live music and live art to really fund themselves, and that's how they pay their bills. And that was completely eliminated for many of these artists in our community. So this is a great way to get back out there and support those people. And it's the August 28th and 29th, 11 to 7 and 11 to 5, and it's at Green Acres Park, which is right at the border of Ferndale and Hazel Park.
Mr. Mayor, this is really a fun event, so I would encourage everybody to come on out to this. It's been we are all in a hurry to get outside and rejoin civilization again, and this is a great way to do it. Really, this is one of the events that I really enjoy going to every year. The cool artists that we get, the entertainment is awesome, and I think this year it's going to be even better than it has been. So
we have some incredible, amazing artists this year. We always have roaming artists and roaming kind of interactive art, but this year we have some fire coming to our performance artists with approval from the fire department. So this is family friendly, all ages, and we've also taken a lot of precautions to make sure that people stay safe and are feeling comfortable. We also have some sanitation stations coming with the help of one of our local businesses here in Hazel Park. So look forward to seeing everybody out there.
And that week, Councilman Paul.
Thank you, Mayor. This weekend, Sunday the 15th, from noon to 7, will be Hazel Park's very first Pride celebration. We have 2 residents, Tim Zazzo and Jeffrey Olivier, that are organizing this event, and it should be a really fun event. They have a lot of entertainers, food, vendors, they're having drag bingo, they have everything that you could possibly want at a celebration of Pride. So I would encourage everyone to come out to Green Acres Park on Sunday the 15th from noon to 7.
Thank you. Anyone else have any? Well, civic announcements go to public discussion. Anyone for the audience have any public discussion? So, Moving to public discussion. Motion to approve the consent agenda 1 to 13.
That we approve consent agenda items 1 to 15.
Support.
Any dissension? I'd like to bring up the business license approval of John R. Scribe Empowerment Center Consulting and Entrepreneurship Workshop. We also approve the business license for Game Day Detroit and Logan's Lawn Care LLC, Executive Office LLC, and John R. And also Bimbo Bakeries. That was a hilarious one. But we also had a purchase of a new lease of 2022 Ford F450 chassis truck and approval of the lease of the 2022 utility vehicle. I'd like to thank Tom Jones for working on that. And he already informed me about most of it, and I think Lois has read about it. Oh, Tim too. Where's Tim? There he is. And if anyone of you gentlemen would like to go up and give some comments about those leases, you're welcome to. Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Those guys squeeze every bit.
Every
No, one truck's allowed to drink, ready to retire almost, right? Draw attention.
As I was telling Councilman Londo a few years ago, yesterday's stop sign could become today's four-wheeler truck. So,
Spit out my water.
we have really had to, we had some bad years financially.
I've seen those patch corridors.
And I'd like to thank the guys for looking out and finding new ways to get these lease programs that will save us money in the long run in maintenance costs. And being in the automotive trade, I understand that this is a big deal. You can save a lot of money up front. And hopefully, if we have, one will eventually purchase, if we decide to keep it. Thank you. If we move it forward to the administrative reports, approve amendment of ordinance Title II, Environmental Sustainability Commission, Chapter 2.51 upon second reading.
Mr. Mayor, this is second reading. You're already familiar with this ordinance. The administration humbly requests approval on second reading.
Move approval of the Environmental Sustainability Commission, chapter 2.5.
Or
More discussion on that ordinance?
Mr. Mayor, we will convene a meeting of this very shortly. Tim Young assigned him responsibility. This will be his first committee that he will be overseeing, and he will have some help and assistance from myself and Samantha Pocket, and I'm sure Mr. Jones. Well, all of us are familiar shepherding committees.
Yeah.
I just want to thank everybody for the hard work on this and thank the attorney, Melissa Schwartz and then for
Mason.
Amanda Mason. I'm like, why am I?
Yeah, young.
Yeah, Young is a girl I went to high school with. So there's that. Thanks, Amanda. But I just want to thank them all for the hard work that they put in on this. There was a little bit of back and forth and some great communication from our department heads on some things to add in. I'm really proud of this, and I look forward to the great things the commission has done for us.
Takes us item 2, approval amendment to ordinance Title 5, business license regulation, chapter 5.04, commercial marijuana facilities, section 5.04.050, and entitled application to and fee requirements upon second reading. Adjustments, city manager, you got a comment?
Mr. Mayor, again, this is second reading of this ordinance. You're all familiar with that. This is a housekeeping ordinance with the marijuana ordinance.
Mayor, I move to approve amendment to ordinance Title 5, business licenses and regulation, chapter 5.04, commercial marijuana facilities, section 5.04.050, entitled application and fee requirement.
Support.
More discussion, dissension? Motion passes. Item 3, Planning Commission case 21.03, rezoning request. Motion to approve, please.
Mr. Mayor, the administration humbly requests approval of this ordinance that will assist in business redevelopment.
I move that we approve the planning commission case 21-03, rezoning request.
Support. Dissension? Discussion? Comments? Motion passes. Item 4, Planning Commission case 21.04, text amendment. So I'll give you a text amendment to read what it's.
Mr. Mayor, this amendment goes with the previous action that you've taken and it's complimentary, and the administration humbly requests approval.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the text amendment to add section 17.54.040 special land uses to the P1 parking district.
Section discussion. Number 5, take us to the resolution 08-017-216, Oakland County, South Oakland Area Regional Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Klobuchar.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the city of Hazel Park has made the decision to formally affiliate with a different Chamber of Commerce, the South Oakland Area Regional Chamber of Commerce, which is a new chamber that will include the participation of the city of Hazel Park, the city of Ferndale, and the city of Oak Park. We have the executive director here who we wish to make 3 comments. I would also request that Councilman Paul speak on this as well, as he was the driving force.
I just want to thank Joy for all of her hard work in helping pull all of this together, and continue to pull it all together. The new chamber, we have a really great board. We have some business owners that are stepping up from our community as well as the other communities and sitting on the board and actually doing some of the heavy hauling of getting this new organization off the ground. So, and I think that our community will greatly benefit from this, our business community and our community as a whole. So, Joy, did you want to say something?
So I really want to say thank you. Thank you for this partnership. Thank you for your shared vision. On behalf of myself and the board, we are very excited about the collaboration that now exists and what this means for the future of these involved communities and business communities and the residents alike. People will absolutely benefit from it. So I just thank you.
Thanks, Joy.
Hey, Joy, where do you go? You don't mind. Some of the outreach for the business community, have you done quite a bit of that in Hazel Park?
Hazel Park, no, actually, that is something that
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And doing so, are we going to do it publicly in the paper, or are we just going to go solicit into the paper?
We're talking about finding the payment. Yeah.
Good idea.
So I had the opportunity to distribute, I'll say, a list of 10 businesses. I delivered PPE kits, probably spring.
Yeah. She also assisted one of our businesses that had received a check, PPP check, but never cashed it because they didn't think they'd be able to pay that. And she assisted them with actually getting another check so that they actually did benefit from the program.
Going through the same thing.
And it was a grant. They didn't have to pay it back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're changing their mind.
Are they?
Oh yeah, I did a little bit, not much. I'm having to go back through and justify everything I asked for in my comments for enough. Because they're changing the rules in midstream. And they're doing it to people that got unemployment as well. But some people that really can't afford to pay back their unemployment. They were living on. I just talked to a gentleman today off an age. He's only getting $300. He got $300 a week through the federal stimulus package to the unemployment, 160 from the state. And now they're asking back for $7,000, and he's living, paycheck to paycheck. He just works part-time job and he has Social Security, and he just can't afford to pay that. It's unfortunate that there's a lot of situations like that the government doesn't see that they're hurting people now after the fact rather than when they gave out the help. And they should allow their loan if it's a grant.
So unfortunately, recovery services is going to be a very long-term conversation. But I'm happy to meet with anyone, member or non-member, to walk through some of the opportunities that exist in situations like that.
Yeah, because I mean, you weren't even officially part of SOAR at that point when she was assisting some of our businesses.
I know we've been talking about for the last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the year. And then we've kind of ticked off former chamber that we And we had a few people that in our community that were involved heavily in it, and hopefully going to be acceptable to the change. But I think the change needs to happen, considering after decades of no effort from the previous chamber and that's heights and us, nothing happened. That was very stagnant.
Well, I have said countless times, if any of you have had a conversation with me, you've heard me say it at least once, that if any of my members claim that their greatest benefit from this chamber is a morning coffee meeting, I'm failing.
That's right. Thank you, Joy.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you also, Mike, again, and Joy for this. I've been participating in the 8 Mile Boulevard Association, and a lot of our partnerships tend to be with Ferndale and Oak Park on upcoming things. And I think this is another piece to the puzzle and a nice little key to the lock to keep these things moving forward and really keeping this kind of tri-county area that we're all in, we're all part of, moving forward, and we're all kind of focused on the same goals. And I'm really excited for developments like this for our city. So thank you.
Very briefly too, in support of we are working on a welcome business packet.
My crumpets.
I'm sorry.
For the
I
public.
think I'm loud enough, but for the to assist in that and to make sure everyone knows, everyone will be getting that pamphlet you received in the welcome business packet along with other things. Welcome, here's Main Street Hazel Park as well, for instance. So there is a welcome business packet that will be presented to them with numbers to various departments as well. That will include that brochure. So it's not just pounding the pavement, they'll get a copy of that too when they come into the city.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
Okay, it takes us to
Somebody have to read this resolution.
just pass it away. So.
You want me to read it?
If you want to read it, go right ahead.
All right. In support of the South, resolution number 08017-21, in support of the South Oakland Area Regional Chamber of Commerce. Whereas the South Oakland Area Regional Chamber of Commerce, SOAR, reformed in 2020. Whereas SOAR's mission is to provide economic development, community, and professional resources to help local and regional businesses succeed. Whereas SOAR's goal is to be the essential hub for regional economic and community development. Whereas SOAR's stated values are partnership and collaboration, connection, diversity, equity, and inclusion and service. Whereas SOAR promotes business networking, advocates for businesses, engages in economic development, provides volunteer opportunities and other community support, and shall serve as a resource center for businesses in SOAR. Whereas SOAR currently serves the communities of Hazel Park, Ferndale, and Oak Park. Whereas Hazel Park local officials and business leaders serve on the chamber board of directors along with representatives from other communities and Oakland County. Whereas the city of Hazel Park recognizes the value of SOAR to the city of Hazel Park and its business community. And now therefore be it resolved that the city of Hazel Park will actively become a paying member of SOAR, paying SOAR dues in the amount of $4,000 for the 2021 fiscal year. Advance the benefits, values, assistance, and regional approach of SOAR to Hazel Park businesses and other businesses across the region. Engage with SOAR to collaborate on community events and functions throughout the year. Continue to have representation on SOAR's board of directors and various committees.
Would you like to make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion to all of that.
Any more discussion on SOAR? Boards, commissions, anyone? So twice. New business, anybody? Any new business? All right, Roger. Communications from department heads. Any department heads out there wishing to speak at this time? Give a comment, update?
Got an update.
Welcome, Tim Young.
Maybe you guys, didn't have a chance to get that into your packet. That's just some information. We're gonna put on the social media tomorrow. One that has to do with the new water rates for the new fiscal year. We went up 7 cents this time. Outstanding. Past water rate increases that we've had. The second item is the project coming up on this time out now, we're scheduled for Saturday. We're gonna be closing down East Nam now in front of Taco Bell. We will have a detour route to get traffic around it. A professional company coming out to do traffic control. Should be a one-day job, and then we'll be setting up the street to.
Do you know, are you, when you guys block that off, do you know how far back you're gonna let people know, like you're gonna tell people?
That will be up to the traffic control company to let them follow whatever guidelines are.
I'm just thinking about traffic flowing through the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're gonna bring them through, well, you can see on the second handout, is the detour route. So we're not gonna have semi-traffic. We hope to be done in 5 to 7 hours.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not gonna be a permanent. involvement.
Would it be possible, Mr. Boucher, to get this posted on the city social media?
Yeah, he's gonna post it tomorrow. Tomorrow, yes.
That's a really low increase, so 0.07 cents per watt.
Yes, that's one of the smallest universities ever.
Also, everybody taking a deep breath, feel free to wave, because you're gonna drive right past it.
Well, I saw that you did get a beautification award. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
Have a good night. Thank you for improving our vehicle. These vehicles have been, besides extremely needed for the fleet, been really a great morale boost. We have some nice vehicles.
Thank you.
You know, the budget, it's always tight every year.
Yes.
We try to make sure we can accommodate with the resources that you guys provide us. Thank you. Anyone? New business, once, twice, communications from the department heads want to do that. City attorney, Mr. Slurps. Thank you, city manager.
Michigan system of municipal finance remains fundamentally broken. And we're not had dinner, and I'm gonna shut up.
I want to get one free.
Councilperson.
I want to start with wishing my parents a happy 48th anniversary. Those crazy kids got married back in the million years ago. But for real, my parents are really an amazing duo, and I'm so grateful they're mine. So I hope they have I already wished them a happy anniversary. Posted a really cool picture of my dad with some cool mutton chops. But also, I want to again thank all the department heads today for their hard work on the items brought before us. I'm really proud of our city and the way that we are consistently able to kind of manage our lack of resources into successful venues and successful departments. And it's really nice when we get to do some of these new purchases for our people that work so hard for this city to keep it running and to keep everybody safe. So I want to thank everybody for that. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank Charlie Cavell for bringing forth that source of income assistance program through the landlord mitigation fund. I'm really proud of our community for being the first to pass that. And I'm really hopeful for the better access to housing that brings to our community. And want to remind everybody to come out to the art fair the end of this month, the 28th and the 29th. Also, please volunteer. It's really a good time. Bring your family, bring your friends. It's really a great time, and it's really accessible and family friendly. So come on out. And again, you saw me wear my mask today. I am vaccinated. I encourage everybody to get vaccinated. As Charlie was saying, if you have questions about being vaccinated or questions about vaccines, or if you just need assistance scheduling a vaccine or getting a vaccine, please feel free to reach out to myself as well. I'm more than happy to help transport people, to help schedule appointments, to help get you those resources. The quicker we're all vaccinated, the safer everybody is. That's it. Wash your hands. Wear a mask.
Councilman Paul.
I would just want to echo what Councilmember Sullivan said. I know you guys work really hard, trying to pinch every penny and make it happen. So we really appreciate everything that you guys do. And I don't know if you guys get the pat on the back that you deserve, but you definitely deserve it. So, and I just want to remind everybody about the Pride event this Sunday, from noon to 7 at Green Acres Park.
I too would like to reiterate our appreciation for city staff. You may not get pats on the back, but you've got a beautiful new truck with a new car smell that you'll be able to enjoy for a while. Again, Pride is this Sunday from 12 to 7, and please sign up for the art fair at the end of the month, volunteer. And we'll be at both those things. I know we passed a resolution to this effect, but I want to reiterate my appreciation and support for the South Oakland Area Regional Chamber. Very lucky to have Councilmember McFall, Main Street Hazel Park, and all the work that you've done, as well as you, Joy. I also want to recognize No Fall, who's the CIO at Greece, who's the newest addition to the board of directors, just what I've been told. And he actually grew up in Oak Park and also his business in HP, so it's a nice full circle for him. And then additionally, I would like to apologize for not being more clear about the fact that the hyena story was in fact fake news. But I would like, but I would like to reiterate that it is illegal to own a hyena in Hazel Park.
Okay, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Come out and ride your bikes with us. It's Wednesdays, Hazel Park Casual Bike Club behind the high school at 7 o'clock. Watch out for all the bicyclists all the rest of the time they're out there, and not everybody's riding with lights. I tell everybody to get some lights for your bike, especially if you're riding at night. See you all Sunday at Pride Fest. I'm really, and at the art fair in a couple weeks. I'm really excited that the festivals are back. And I hope we can keep them. And
We need to keep them.
thanks for coming out, everybody. And have a great week.
I thank everybody for coming out again and enjoying our the colorful council meetings and keeping it up in an upbeat spirit, keeping the positivity momentum going in the community. I think it means a lot. During these last year or so, we've all been in that little humdrum status of pandemic mode. And I think we just need to get out of it and get to the part where we can actually enjoy ourselves and have fun in life again. And I'd like to say with our administration and our staff, they do a great job. And there's nothing else I can say, but you do a great job. And you're always willing to make the sacrifice when you can. To make it better for the next guy that comes in, help that you have to hire or help out. Your other employees that work under you. And thank you. Also, be careful. A lot of bike riders, like kids out there. Chief, a lot of scooters out there. They're doing a lot of speeding up and down the side streets. They don't have to obey the signs. And it's caused havoc with the drivers. So you could please kind of watch out for that. Thank you very much. Again, Steve, they do the extra bit, do the extra little bit in the city to help. Thank you once again. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Support.
Thank you for coming out.